Alright. So, it starts off with this one guy. Let's call him Greg. He has a concerning obsession with IKEA, he works a boring job, and he really struggles with going Betty buys. So to help him get his well-deserved nap time, he goes to hug people with testicular cancer, I guess. Doing this actually helps him get to sleep, until he's met up with the wretched woman, Marla Singer. And he thinks, hold on, she doesn't even have balls. Marla's only defense is that she really liked the coffee or something. See now, the fact that she didn't have any balls made my man Greg not able to fall asleep once again, so he threatened to expose her. I know you don't have ball cancer, brain parasites, or sickle cell anemia. You're faking it. Nuh-uh. So to make sure both of them get to continue going to these groups, they agree to split the deceased between each other. Greg finds himself travelling heaps for his, warning by the way, J-O-B, ugh, I hate saying that. He goes onto a plane, which leads him to his single-serving friends, which he calls it. Which is how I met with the big, hunky, smoking hot man with soap, Tyler Durden, or my king, Brad Pitt. He starts yapping about soap, then gives Greg his business card. Damn, he is such an insanely ripped and beautiful man, is all that he could think. Greg gets off the plane and arrives at his apartment. Man, I really hope my house isn't bursting out in flames, is all that he can think. Well, Greg, you're just out of luck now. He decides to call up Tyler. Long story short, they end up having a couple of drinks together, then they start to beat each other. But it wasn't just those two. Other men decide to come and join in. Tyler realizes how much he loves beating men up. So he invites Greg to stay at his house from now on. Other people get influenced by their fighting, so they start an underground fighting club. Some could almost say, it's a Tyler starts to realize how much power he holds over these people, so he makes them do some GTA 5 type shenanigans, like starting a fight with strangers, vandalizing property, and blowing up a couple of buildings. Not very harmful, I guess. Till he decides that more than a couple of buildings need to be blown up. The whole city needs to go. But Greg was never told about this, and it really hurt his feelings. So he goes on a mission to talk to some people to try to find out what Tyler was actually doing. But everyone just looked at him like he was crazy. And you know what? This is where Greg realizes he actually is crazy. Tyler isn't real. They're the same person. How crazy is that? It took me like 2 watches to figure that out. So he confronts him, and they have an action-packed fight. Somehow Tyler wins this fight, and he ties Greg up and threatens to shoot him. But Greg once again remembers how cuckoo he is. So he manifests the gun into his own hands and goes to shoot Tyler. If you've actually watched the movie, you know what's going to happen, and I'm not sure if I can show this, so let's just say it went something like this.
Scrubs, you're all weak as fuck.
Oh my god! Oh my
And the only logical reason for Greg living is that he's just tough like that, I guess. Anyway, Marla appears again, and Greg holds her hand as they stare outside to see the whole city go kaboom, whilst an absolute banger of a song plays. Anywho, that's basically the whole story of Fight Club. Thank you!